All right, man. I'm going to do this video on this channel. A lot of people want to know my opinion on what the Detroit Lions have done in free agency so far. My March Street Sports Talk channel was hacked as well, so I'm just going to drop it on this channel. So hopefully everybody see it. I'll tag it. I'll put it in the March Street Sports Talk in the title. I share it on social media as well and spread the word. So let's talk about what the Lions have done so far in free agency. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and I will keep you guys updated on, when or estimated time you can see the channels back online. But yeah, man, if you didn't know, they signed Jamie Collins, offensive tackle from the Eagles, Halapoulivaati. I don't know this nigga name. I'm not gonna front. Chase Daniels so far. They also traded for Duron, Harmon. They signed Nick Williams from the Bears. So they made some moves so far. But I'm not impressed with any of the moves they made besides Jamie Collins. I felt they should have signed Jamie Collins last year. I think that's the best move they made so far. And I'll start off on a positive note. I think Jamie Collins, they got him for what? 3-year deal, $10 million a year. Not sure exactly how the money stacked. Well, I do. He said 3 years up to $30 million, $18 million in guaranteed money, $4 million in base salary in 2020, $7 million signing bonus. Cap hit is just over $6 million in 2020. 2021, he get an $8.8 million base salary, $7 million guaranteed, $200,000 workout bonus. Cap hit is over $11 million in 2021. 2022, he make $9.8 million base salary, $200,000 base salary is 9.8, $200,000 for a workout bonus. And it's a over $12 million cap hit in the final year of the deal. I think that's the best move they made so far. Definitely the best move they made so far. Productive, athletic. He can play, I think, pretty much any linebacker position. He can probably gonna play that Devon Kennard role right now. Kennard is signed with the Cardinals, a 3-year deal. More athletic. Can cover a little bit, can get after the quarterback, so it kind of get him a Patriot bookend with Trey Flowers. That's the best move they made so far. This is a move they should have made last year. Didn't understand why they didn't get him for the cheap last year. Patriots signed him to nothing. Problem with Jamie Collins and Bill Belichick's system is that he like to freelance and do his own thing, and you need to do what exactly say Bill Belichick say do, and that's been the issue with him. But I think he got 7 sacks last year. It's the best move now. The Vaitai guy, this dude wasn't even a full-time starter. He ain't never started a full season. Pro Football Focus ranks him 22 out of a possible graded 81 players. Depends on how you look at Pro Football Focus. His contract is $50 million, $20 million guaranteed. I'm not going to break it down. I'll link the article from Free Press breaking it down. For what I understand, he played a little left tackle. He played right tackle. But I heard he get dog walk from all my NFC East buddies. He get totally dominated. It sounds like it's a lateral move at the best from Rick Wagner, or it could be a backwards move. Just terrible move. You get this dude $50 million, $20 million guaranteed. I mean, you might as well went out there and got Jock Conklin if you're gonna do that. From Michigan State, from Tennessee, who signed with the Browns. So. Don't see an upgrade there. I don't understand if maybe this might just be for this type of money, it's not a filler role. I don't know why they don't believe in the kid from Oregon. I don't know. I always forget this dude's name, but they don't believe in it. The guy from Oregon we drafted a couple years ago, who played tackle, who played guard. I don't understand why they don't believe in him enough to step in and play the role of right tackle, but. Yeah, Halapoulivaati, he's probably going to be the right tackle. If it go bad, they might move him into guard, but not a fan of that move at all. I just think it's just, at best, it's just what you already have with Rick Wagner. At least with Jamie Collins from Devon Kennard, it's an upgrade. He more athletic, you know what I'm saying? He do everything better than Devon Kennard. He just as versatile as him. He can play middle, play out. With this Halapoulivaati Tekahaka, whatever this dude name. This dude is straight garbage. He ain't never started. So, bad move. Keep moving. Keep it on moving. Chase Daniels. Just let you know right then and there, they not drafting Tua. They not drafting no bridge quarterback at all. And people say, oh, getting Chase Daniels is a good move. Is Chase Daniels going to be the difference between winning 3 games and winning 10 games if Stafford go down? No. He don't have the Chicago Bear defense. He barely beat fucking David Block. Or was it Driscoll? One of the two. He barely beat one of those. And Jeff Driscoll is now a Denver Bronco. So what was the point of putting an old veteran quarterback behind Matthew Stafford? He not going to win you a playoff game. You know, you don't have enough speed or enough talent on defense around him to this point. It's no difference between Daniels and Blog and what Driscoll done. It's no difference. And if Stafford go down, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, if he go down, I mean, is Daniels going to be the quarterback of the future? No, he older than Matthew Stafford. He'd be 34 in October. But they gave him $13 million, $5 million guaranteed. At least we know Driscoll and Blog can get better. You know what I'm saying? Chase Daniels is an undersized quarterback with limited mobility at this point. You know, he not going to push Stafford. He not the quarterback of the future. The point of getting a new quarterback, if you was going to get one on free agent, it had to be somebody with potential like Mariota where you can groom him. You know, he can get better. Daniels not no threat to Stafford. He not going to save the franchise. He not going to be the difference between 3 games and 10 games. It was a stupid move. At least if you get a younger quarterback and you keep Blog or Driscoll on the roster, you get a younger quarterback, you carry 3. At least the younger quarterback has a ceiling. You know, his ceiling is higher. Daniel's ceiling and floor is touching right now. He not going to get no better. He not going to save the franchise. So they just, you know, so now, you know, the Lions not going to take Tua. So if Tua, you know, get past, you know, the Redskins, you know, why, if I'm Miami, why would I trade up with the Lions? You know, unless somebody pump fake like somebody else trading up. But Chase Daniels' move was atrocious. It was atrocious. You know, you don't need a Shine Hill behind Stafford at this point. You need somebody that can eventually take over you grooming. You know, if Stafford, he broke his back 2 years in a row. He break his back next year. Now what you doing? You evaluating quarterbacks once again. Instead of having one already ready, you're going to throw another young quarterback in the Lions' mouth. People forget what happened with Stafford when he got thrown into the Lions' den. Fucked his shoulder up. The next year, messed his shoulder up. He got injured the first 2 years. What happened to Sam Bradford, who refused to come to Detroit that year and stayed in college? When he got injured and got gunshot, he never recovered. Stafford was an anomaly. Stafford was built, I want to say Ford tough, because you know what they say about Ford, the problem circle. But Stafford was the different. He was the exception. Most quarterbacks get beat up like Stafford got beat up in Detroit. They retired. You know? So by them not doing things the right way, like the Patriot way, keeping one in the chamber, see, the Patriots are totally comfortable with Jordan Stidham moving on from Brady. They prepared this kid in the classroom for 1 season. Well, why can't the Lions do that? I'm not saying it had to be Kyler Murray last year or it had to be Tua this year. But shit, man, go out there and get you somebody like a Love or a Herbert to groom behind Stafford. Chase Daniels is a stupid move. And you notice you got a lot of Lions fans that are optimistic about whatever move it is. Detroit Lions signed the shit emoji. Oh my God, we got the shit emoji. Oh, and people, they get mad because when people tell the truth, it's a shitty move. All you do is hate. You dudes like Mike Valenti just hate. They telling the truth. It's a shitty move. Bob Quinn is terrible. Nobody wants to play for this organization. Jamie Collins, nobody was giving Jamie Collins 10 years for $30 million. Last year, he had a 1-year cheap deal after getting cut from the Browns on the Patriots. Nobody was pursuing Jamie Collins. Now you talk about Danny Shelton. Like, Danny Shelton, he got 2 years, $4 million a year or whatever the situation like that is with Danny Shelton, man. He ain't no snacks. He did have, 6 sacks or 3 sacks, 3.5 sacks last year. That was crazy. For the Patriots, don't want to, if a former team don't want to bring you back for $4 million a year, you know what I'm saying? If the Patriots don't want him, why do we want him? Danny Shelton gonna come in and probably provide depth. He a good run, you know, he can stop the run, but he wasn't that good at run stopping. Then they trade for this Duron Harmon guy. I don't even know who the fuck he is, to be honest. Another Patriot player. You know what I'm saying? Another safety. I think they let Tevon Wilson walk. Is Will Harris the answer? Is Tracy Walker the answer? Quadre wasn't the answer. Who the answer at safety then? Who got the answers at safety? You keep rotating safeties. You sign a safety into extension and Diggs. You cut them and then you trade them. Like where's the? Come on. All these Patriot players. Then you take the worst offensive lineman from the Eagles. And you give him all this money when you could have gave that money to Jack Conklin to come play right tackle. It just makes no sense. They overpaid for Kyle. We know when you play, Detroit for X, you got to overpay. But it's even worse now because nobody in the league wants to play for Patricia or they want to play under Bob Quinn. They should have just fired them. If this was going to be the result and they ran the Lions' reputation into the mud. Now the Lions' reputation been ran through, all right? They've been ran down. Don't get it twisted. The Lions' representation has been ran down. The Force did that. But Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia has ran it into new divots in the NFL. Nobody wants to play with them. Richard Sherman said it. Calvin Johnson had his time. Barry had his time with the issues with him. If you see they treat two of the nicest guys in the league like that, nobody want to play in Detroit. Richard Sherman turned down more money to go to San Francisco and get taxed more by the state of California not to play for the Lions. The reputation is hit. It's hit. And now they really got to revert to signing guys that are former Patriots. That's the thing. Now they got to really revert to signing guys they familiar with and they got a rapport with and guys they like because they can't get nobody else. They got all this $48 million in cap room and didn't do shit with it. Do you feel comfortable? You can answer this in the comment section. I'm pretty sure people will. Anyway, do you feel comfortable the Lions are better from last year? Are they better? Are they better? What did they upgrade at? Danny Shelton for snacks. Come on. Jamie Collins for Kennard. That's an upgrade in my opinion. The Rick Wagner for this guy. If anything, it's a wash. The tackle from the Eagles is a wash. Chase Daniel from Blogger Driscoll. It's not an upgrade. At least not a significant upgrade. Duron Harmon from Tavon Wilson. It's not an upgrade. Harmon from Quadre Diggs. That's a downgrade. Will Harris from Quadre Diggs, it's a downgrade. Where have they upgraded at? They got their pass rusher in Jamie Collins. They got their other pass rusher in Trey Flowers. They got their linebacker to go with Tavai and Christian Jones. And so chances is they're not taking Isaiah Simmons. Chances is they're not taking, another Derek Brown. They maybe can use Derek Brown. So that's still open. Derek Brown is still in there. We know they're not taking a receiver. They're not taking a running back. They could take offensive lineman. That could be in play. I don't see a great left tackle to take. The kid from Iowa was projected to be a right tackle, unless they kick this dude from the Eagles inside, which not sure how he will play inside, but he can play all positions. He can play left tackle, right tackle, Not sure if he can, Terrell Crosby's the guy's from Oregon name. So they can kick this guy from the Eagles, kick him on the inside then. And Crosby could be a right tackle. But what I'm saying is, it's all lining up to draft Jeff Okudah. Now you're looking at Darius Slay. Chris Harris went to the Chargers. Trey Waynes went to the Bengals. A lot of the top corners are gone. The Eagles haven't upgraded that corner yet. So the Eagles still remain a high possibility for the Slay to be sent over there. So they haven't gave Slay a contract. Xavier Rose is cut. I think Darius Slay is by far better than him. So it's lining up for the Lions to either take Jeff Okudah or Derek Brown. Not sure what they're going to do with Darius Slay. I don't think if he stays, he can't hold out. How they restructured the new CBA. So it's not looking good. If Bob Quinn's track history of the drafting This team is headed for another 3-13 type of season this year. At the most 5 years. You got an aging quarterback in Matthew Stafford who coming off 2 years of a broken back. Last time I checked, in my Nipsey Hussle voice, you just don't heal from a broken back like that. It takes time. It takes rest. Especially when you're going back into a physical contact field. So you're coming in with one of the slowest offenses in the league. Slowest teams in the league. You're coming in with a coach that nobody want to play for. You're coming in with free agents from New England. Remember they told us how good Justin Coleman was last year? He was burnt toast. Was the worst defender in pass coverage in the NFL last year at one point. You probably gonna get rid of your first place. You got rid of your second place defensive player and Snacks. Now you're gonna get rid of Darius Slay. You bringing back old receiver Danny Amendola, old receiver Marvin Jones. Kenny Galladay gotta get his. Gotta get mine. Gotta get yours. MC Breed. He gotta get paid. You hope a Hawkinson make the jump. Taylor Decker, you count on him to be better this year. He wasn't better last year in an important year. So your left tackle garbage. Left guard garbage. Center really fantastic. Right guard right now, we don't know what's going on. Graham Glasgow went to the Denver Broncos. I'd rather play Glasgow than bring this clown in from the Eagles. Right tackle is probably equal or worse than what it was with Rick Wagner. He with the Packers. So where have you gotten better yet? You haven't got faster. Now they're talking about bringing in Devontae Freeman. Are you fucking serious? You going for an older, slow running back. So you getting the guy that's seen his best days, had his best days behind. So you legitimately want to add Devontae Freeman to this backfield? Where's the speed at offensively? Stafford doesn't need to be in the pocket having to throw laser pinpoint accurate passes 24/7. When did he get the luxury just throwing a speed out or throwing a 5-yard hitch or throwing a bubble screen or a jailbreak screen and it going the distance? When he can throw it and they get yakking and they can take it to the yard? When can he heave it up and his receiver can outrun nobody? Not never. Just fire Bob Quinn right now. Just hire me. I'm better than Bob Quinn. All day and 19,000 times on Sunday better than him. They have destroyed the Lions' reputation. A little bit of reputation they got left, they destroyed it. Nobody want to play here. Nobody want to play here for these dudes. And all they know is Patriot. And now they're going to trade away Darius Slay. For all this, they can just trade fucking Stafford right now. If you're going to spend your money like this, you ain't getting nobody no way. What's the cap hit this year for Stafford? Trade him to New England. What's the point? Why would Stafford want to be here? This team is worse, and it's going to be worse next year. You don't have no speed offensively. Your line is going to be worse. Defense, worse. You get rid of Darius Slay and Snacks. How can you say your defense better in Quadra? Your 3 best defenders. How is it better? Think Coleman going to be better? I mean, get Derek Brown, you might can masquerade it a little bit. You get Chase Young. You might can, see some difference. But overall, the talent level has been stripped. You lost Quadra. You lost Glover. You lost Darius. You lost Snacks. You lost Ndamukong Suh. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, what else you got left? If you get rid of Darius Slay, what else you got left? This is the sloppiest quick rebuild or do nothing I ever seen, bro. How can you be optimistic? Bob Quinn is a grade A idiot. And he probably tried to go out there in his defense to get better players. But don't nobody want to play in Detroit for Matt Patricia. He had the dope coach that everybody wanted to play with. You didn't hear one really big player say nothing bad or coach say nothing about Jim Caldwell, excuse me. People love man, I can't fuck with Bob. I can't fuck with the Fords. I like Jim Caldwell, though, man. Ndamukong Suh cried over that shit, man. He didn't want to leave here, man, but he had to. And they just going to let Bob Quinn destroy the team. It don't make me no difference. We tank next year, and they get the number 1 pick, and Bob Quinn probably still going to be here. Martha ain't got the balls. Well, she ain't got none at all to fire them. And they don't take Trevor Lawrence. It is what it is. It's just an abysmal franchise, man. It's abysmal. Bob Quinn don't know what he's doing. And even if he know what he's doing, he can't do what he want to do because Matt Patricia is just nobody like him. It's different with Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick has created a system of winning. So you got to respect winning. But what I'm finding out about these New England coaches, they racist. I'm going to go ahead and say it. They racist. Bill O'Brien. You know, Charlie Weiss, Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia, how they having issues with black players, and they racist, man. Bill Belichick probably racist too. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, man. The apple don't fall far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. It wouldn't surprise me they bring that racist, that racist personality or that whatever you want to call it, that come from New England. Up there in Massachusetts, man, it's still segregated. That's the reason why New England coaches don't succeed outside of New England. That's the reason why. They don't know how to fucking speak to nobody. They don't know how to run a team, or they don't know how to form a rapport with the black players. Bill Belichick just got a plug-and-play system. Who do he pay? He didn't pay Tom Brady. He didn't pay Shelton. He didn't pay Kyle Van Noy. He didn't pay Richard Seymour back in the day. He just plug and play, and eventually it's going to catch up to him. Trust me. You got to pay somebody, but this should get an F from me. Best move, Jamie Collins. Worst move, the dude from the Eagles, man. Unless he prove me wrong. I don't have an issue with saying I'm wrong. If it come out and he come and ball out and he become all pro and he become the savior. But this team right now, and it's a little premature in the offseason. You got veterans that's going to get cut, undrafted rookies. You got rookies. You got a lot of things that can go different. But as it stands today, and if my projection is true, they get rid of Darius Slay, or if they keep Darius Slay and pay him and they add Jeff Okudah, this team is still worse. From the simple fact of, it's damn if you do. Derrick Brown will upgrade the team. That instant upgrade. You got Collins rushing the passer. You got Flowers rushing the passer. The kid from Alabama, Deshaun Hen, he can do better rushing the passer and be healthy. Then that's an upgrade. That's going to make everybody in the back end look better. But we'll see. Right now, they ain't better. But it's still early. They can get better, making great draft moves. They trade Darius Slay, turn that into something. But if they get rid of Darius Slay, this team not going to be better. They don't have enough speed to be any good, man. And I've been saying it, man. Not enough team speed offensively. So we'll see what happens. I'll link that article in the description that break down some of the contracts. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. But let me know what you guys think. You disagree with me about some of the free agent moves, or you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. Personally, I think it's a shit free agency so far. But, hey, what do I know? Bob Quinn knows everything. You know what I'm saying? And Patricia's the greatest, right? One time.